This is the review of the Godox 47-inch Octagon softbox. I would not go this route. It's a do-it-yourself kit, and it's a real pain in the you-know-what because you have to thread each of these support rods through the tab eyelet holes. Sounds easy enough, but you're fighting with this centerpiece as you align this, and I thought it was going to be a bright idea to unscrew all these and then to individually put these in the slots. Do not unscrew these, because there's a lot of little tiny pins that you will lose. So don't unscrew this. Just work with each one individually. What I found if I suspended this back part up, like hang it by a rafter or hang it by a tree, and then you're suspending this part up, and then basically, so you're suspending it up, and then I work underneath it and put it like on a like you're wearing it as a cape, and then feed each wire. And I forget how much it cost, but looking back, I would not buy this unit because it's kind of a pain to put together. And it works good once you get it set up, but a Godox, and it's one of their cheaper brands, and I'll show you how to set it up. So basically, once I get all the rods lined, because this, as you can see, a couple of the rods are falling down because I took out that hub, which do not take out this hub, and I have to manually set those in and then push it on this like an umbrella. So I don't know if you can see here, but I taped these in place because I lost the pins when I took that apart and used little nails, little brads, and cut them. But do not take this piece out because there's a million little pins in here. I'm exaggerating. It's a pin for each rod. But what I have to do is, because I missed these pins, I have to put this in individually like that, and then the other one. This is not the way it's supposed to work. Also, these ends tuck in to these little stops. So you have to stretch and force it in there. Sometimes they go, sometimes they don't. You just have to fight with it. And then, of course, Velcro each piece. I try to get them all in, but you have to fight with the wire to force it in. Yeah, that go. But yeah, the Velcro diffuser just Velcros on. Again, I'm not a professional, but I forget what I bought this for, but off of Amazon. Now we will be using the Godox Strobes, but their Softboxes kind of suck. Now this is the cheaper one. This is the cheaper do-it-yourself one. And then our Strobe will go here. Okay, these are the Fotodiox. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. These are spectacular. This is the first time we use these. They're triple the cost of the Godox. See the Godox over there? These are triple the cost. And so this is the first time I just got this V8 Strobe. And this is unboxing. Here it is. These are already done. All these little tabs are already done for you. They're already fed through here, and these tabs are already in these edges, so you don't have to fight with it. See, they're already lined. It's all ready to go. You just push this down, and you're ready to go. So these are already done. It's already fed through. They already did this for you. Instead of you fighting it with the Godox. So it's all ready to go. You just push this down and hook your strobes up, and you are ready to go. You don't have to put it together like the Godox. Again, this was at least double. This was a lot more expensive than the Godox, but you can hit the ground running instead of fighting an hour to put it together. Again, this was out of the box. You just have to push this down. It does take a little bit of force, but it's already been threaded through. All of these rods have been threaded through, and do not take this off. You don't need to. All these rods have already been threaded through. So it's all ready for you to shoot. And then we'll put our diffuser on, hook our strobe up, and we are ready to shoot. It comes with 2 diffusers. So here we are just putting the diffuser on. Nice Velcro. Just put the diffuser on. So I have found you have to stretch it out. But the Velcro definitely holds down really nice, and it's a real nice softbox. So here's a comparison. Pro Studio Solutions. It comes with a nice little bag, carrying case. The other does not. So here's the 2. So here's the Godox, the do-it-yourself, the cheaper version. And in the description, I will put down the costs. And I got this from Amazon. This next one is a lot more expensive, but a lot better quality. Okay, so the Fotodiox on the right, the Godox on the left. You can see this is a little larger, a little more depth. That's slightly more shallow. But I would highly recommend this one on the right. Comes with a nice little carrying case, a couple of diffusers, and you don't have to put it together. But I want to say it's about double or triple the price. So if you're really seriously considering photography and your equipment, invest in the higher quality equipment. The do-it-yourself stuff is okay, but the installation is a pain in the you-know-what. And I just think because of that, I get a couple strikes down. So installation took me about an hour to 2 hours to put together. And then because I didn't do it right, I'm always having to adjust those rods. This one, it was super quick. It saved me a lot of time. So if you're tight on time, your studio rentals, I would again go to the one on the right here. So now Godox makes awesome strobes. As you can see, this is a battery operated 600 watt strobe. And it's a lot cheaper than the Fotodiox that I used at a meetup. So basically we'll take this cap off here and then put it on the Bowens mount. But these, I really love this. It is very expensive. I want to say $700 to $800. So again, if you're serious about photography, this thing rocks. It's a lot cheaper than the competitors. Like I said, the Fotodiox, P-H-O-D. It's I think a Chinese company that I use at a meetup. I love them, but they're $1,200, and their transmitters were $200. This was $800, so a little cheaper, and their transmitter was significantly cheaper. So this thing rocks. It's very heavy. So we're going to use this on a heavy-duty light stand over here. So it's a heavy-duty light stand because this is heavy. That light stand, you can weight it down, but I prefer to just go straight up with it. But this strobe is heavy. You can look up the specifications because the battery is all right there. But this thing rocks. I really love it, but it is really expensive. So I tightened it down, and right now this is just a setup height. I actually like to go the bottom lip of that in line with my model's face, and then it's angled. So right now it's just to show you, but I have a lot of the weight on this front leg of this strobe, and it's straight up and down. This particular tripod or light stand you can use with a weighted arm. So if you need to extend your reach, then it comes with it comes with a bag that you can fill with sand. But in my experience, I haven't had to use that feature. And this will extend way, way up. Right now is just to show you how I have it set up. Okay, this is another Godox strobe. But this is not wireless. This is, you plug it in. So this is my backfill light. This is a 300 watt, and you adjust the settings, the adjustments, and then you plug this in. This is a lot cheaper than the battery operated one. So if you're just starting out and you've got a studio and you've got access to electrical power, use this first. The transmitters work on the X system. These are cheaper to get into because you don't have that extra battery, and they're lighter. The battery operated ones are really, really cool, but they're expensive. So again, with these, because these are a little lighter, I can get away with a little lighter light stand, or not as heavy-duty light stand. So I like to put all the weight right here in line with this first leg right here. That way it's fairly stable. I'm tugging on it. It won't necessarily fall over as easily. And again, this is just height to show you. I will adjust these for my model's height. And again, I like to align these so the bottom is in line with my model's face. So this point here align with about halfway part of their face. And then of course I will lift this up and then shine it down 30 or 40 degree angle. So this is a little cheaper setup. It uses the cheaper Godox box, Softbox, the 300 watt Godox Strobe, and then a cheaper light stand. So that light stand won't be able to use, I can't use it on the battery operated one because of the weight. I mean, it probably could, but if you get very high or too high on it, it will be unstable. So here is my setup. So I have one softbox about 45 degrees from my model. And then I have the backfill light. So we're going to do a test shot, and you can see this is approximate. So I will represent the model. Okay, so this is about 45 degrees for my setup. This is my one strobe, and it's and then the backfill light. So I will represent the model. So on our camera, we have the transmitter, and turn it on, and then we will do a test shot. So it's all ready to go, camera activated.